from the edges of a torn dimension, across the ripples of time and fractured belief. I bring you this moment, encoded in Setonium, and broadcast from the last corridor of memory. If you're hearing this, it means your soul was tuned into the frequency of remembrance. So don't just watch, align.
The AstroArminian Battalion Star Corps drifts into a realm where time tangles with irony, and fame leaves fingerprints on the folds of reality. Here, in the dimensional crease called the fabric of fame and missed moments, the battalion begins to encounter cosmic artifacts too absurd and too precise to ignore. From shimmering orbs of regret to cosmic close-ups and tangled shoelaces of destiny, each element forces the Corps to wrestle with the things they missed, the things they didn't, and the things they can no longer avoid. It begins with the famous blue balls of what they missed, now pulsing with luminous echoes of past opportunities fumbled, ignored, or forgotten. These glowing anomalies whisper in harmonic regret, replaying decisions not made and doors never opened. Say, Tony A sees them as portals, lessons wrapped in guilt-colored light. Ailt. Tony tries to crack them open with brute force, which only leads to a fractal outbreak of alternate timelines, including one where he's crowned Emperor of Regret, and another where he gives TED Talks titled How to Not Open the Blue Balls. Meanwhile, a quiet monk simply bows before them, prompting a ripple of time-slowing peace where the battalion briefly remembers every joyful second of their mission. But clarity gives way to chaos. The next moment is broadcast live, thanks to Say Tony A, across half the known dimensions. The famous close-up of the astronauts' clits open becomes not just a revelation, but a cosmic media event. As the clits flare into metaphysical exposure, truths burst forth in irrational waves. Every member of the Corps sees a different version of what lies inside, some a galaxy, some their childhood bedrooms, one even sees a sentient omelet explaining morality. Interdimensional entities tune in. Ratings spike. Alt Tony launches a subscription service. Todd begs for focus, but the camera loves chaos. Then come the laces. The famous shoelaces of what they did not miss dangle from a hyperdimensional hook, mathematical threads wrapped in divine order. Unlike the blue balls or the clits, these aren't missed. They are chosen, followed, and tightly woven into the battalion's fate. Untangling them becomes a mission of logic and intuition. Vaxil pulls too hard and meets 7 versions of himself arguing over shoe-tying techniques. General Iskor tries to command them into formation and ends up triggering a loop that rewrites his rank every 30 seconds. But Eli, walking with patience, helps the team lace their history into symmetry, proving that not every knot must be cut. Some are meant to be danced with. And then, without warning, the universe pops. Pop goes. The Tweezle isn't a finale, it's a paradox in rhythm. Dimensions collapse into slapstick.
Science Prophets of the Arkstone Timeline by Natastrol. Read free on Amazon now.
Subscribe to the signal. Like this light. Let your echo carry the covenant forward until the Christ signal rises in you. This is Sadoni Nukamato, signing out from the last frontier of forgotten timelines.